I'm going to break down the best possible trade deadline for each and every competitive MLB team, part 1. Starting off with the Milwaukee Brewers, and the first move I feel they should make is to trade for Jose Quintana of the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Brewers need help in the back end of the rotation to follow Peralta, Woodruff, Burns, and if Lauer and Quintana can fill those spots while Small and Hauser are available to step in if need be, this would be a lot more preferred than what they have right now. Next up would be Andrew Benintendi of the Kansas City Royals. Between McCutchen, Yelich, and Renfroe all having disappointing years, they could use a better fourth outfielder as well with Tyrone Taylor. The team could bump McCutchen to a fourth outfielder spot and pick up Andrew Benintendi this deadline. Next up, the St. Louis Cardinals, a trade for them to start off would be Noah Syndergaard. Syndergaard is on a down year, and he could definitely turn it around. He very well may be at his lowest value right now and would fill a 3 or 4 spot the team needs. And if he struggles, he hits the free agent market this offseason, so there's not much loss. Another ideal pickup for the Cardinals would be Paul Blackburn of the Oakland A's. Blackburn has struggled as of late, but still is in the midst of a career-best season. He'd be relatively cheap, and they could have him on a cheap salary for seasons to come. He'd fill that 3 or 4 slot with Syndergaard and also lead to a solid rotation between the two. And lastly, Danny Jansen of the Blue Jays. The team really needs a catcher, and Jansen, coming from a team with lots of catching, could be a good trade for relatively cheap. Jansen, a guy the team should definitely focus on. The LA Dodgers could use another outfielder, and to fill that spot, Cedric Mullins of the Baltimore Orioles. The Dodgers need outfield help past Betts, and a Mullins-Betts duo would do very nicely for this team. Taylor and Bellinger could switch out of an everyday role with this and lead to a more consistent outfield. Next, I say David Bednar of the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Dodgers could use another reliever, as Kimbrel and Treinen have been disappointing, and a third guy like Bednar would be a good guy to have, either to close games or to play a late inning role. The team's bullpen is average, but could use one more consistent arm that Bednar does the job of. With Freeman at first and Turner at short, the team still has a few gaps in the infield, and Merrifield could fill that in. Merrifield has a few years left under contract and would certainly be a nice fit for them. It would be buying low, and they'd have him for a couple years. Next, the San Diego Padres, who I think their ideal deadline consists of them acquiring blockbuster trade with Juan Soto. The team has to pull off this blockbuster move. The Dodgers are only getting better, and if he doesn't go to San Diego, there's a good shot he goes to LA and then continues to screw them up. In addition, the Dodgers can't compete for 10 to 15 years of Soto and Tatis, and eventually the team is bound to overtake them. Even if Snell has to go, or Clevinger, or even Musgrove, it will all be worth it. Lastly, David Robertson. Obviously, they won't have much money left if they get Soto, but Robertson would be an ideal guy to get for the Padres, even past Soto. Their bullpen is lacking depth, and Rogers is massively slowing down. They may not have the money to do it, but if they do, this is the way to go. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe for part 2.